5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Honey came in and she got me red-handed, creeping with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom floor. How could I forget that I had given her an extra key? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me.
Access to your villa.
Oh, access to your villas? That's what he says?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, I think it's how you forget you gave the woman access to your villa.
Okay, did you know that from listening to it, or did you have to look up the lyrics?
I was about to look up the lyrics, and I said, no, let me fucking listen to this shit. And he said it, and I said, huh? And I went back, huh? But I finally got it, and then I pulled up the lyrics on Spotify.
Wow.
And I was like,
Because whenever that song would come on, I would always just let Rick go, and I would hit it with the Kila, Vila, whatever, or I wouldn't even know what the words.
Yeah.
I was waiting on Kila,
Yeah.
right? But I would always wait because Rick, I don't know if y'all know this, but Rick be knowing lyrics all the time.
dude, it's weird.
And so for shit
Wait,
like
before you go too far on that, because I'm going to forget.
Uh-huh.
The lyrics to that song that are written out, though, I'm not sure they're correct. I don't think anybody knows, because some of it is like, how did he say that many words in that space? It don't really fit.
like people are just kind of trying to bridge the gap and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. But after, and I mean, I heard that and then I read that, so I'm pretty sure that's close to accurate.
Yeah.
But okay, go.
Gigolo
I'm a
pass.
genius.
I don't even know if that's what he says, but I come in with the Moss, Gigolo pass.
That's funny.
Shout out to Shaggy.
Oh my goodness.
That man. All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to No Chaser Podcast. You know what you're watching at this point.
This point.
I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
I feel like we had to do that, or people are gonna be like, "Oh God,
I know.
I need to say it. And I'm Nikki Blades, or else I don't feel right."
What the fuck? We don't know who she is. Who are you, woman that's been here for so long?
No, but you know what? Now they just be trolling, man.
Oh, but I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely hilarious because other people don't know when someone else is just trolling, and then they'll come in and they'll be like, she's been here for so long. Da, 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 da.
Well, I gotta check myself because I forget sometimes. Because
Yeah.
I'll be taking a shit, reading comments. I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, she been." Oh wait, actually, you being stupid.
Yeah.
I seen you comment on 10 other videos.
Yeah, and I love when the people that have been around from the beginning step in for the people that are new. There was this one guy, and it was on our No Chaser account.
Oh.
and they were like, "Is Nikki from Stockton or Hawaii?" And I responded, "Neither." So I actually responded. I was the first response back, and then another person goes, "No, she's from Hawaii," or not whatever they said. But then somebody else was like, "Oh, shout out to Newman," and just naming all these places, right? And the guy was so mad. He's like, "I've heard her say Stockton, and I've heard her say the Bay, and I've heard her say all these places. You have to claim one." And the woman wrote back, was like, "No, she says it almost every episode.
Yeah, man.
Where
I
she's
didn't.
Why do you
from."
care so much?
I
bro?
was getting so many alerts from Blades replying to somebody, and I was getting alerts. I was like, "The fuck is going on?" I didn't even
Yeah.
read. I was like, "Whoever she's arguing with, whatever, man."
It was one of those that it was like, I don't know if I just said Hawaii, if I was from Hawaii or Stockton, but the person asked if I was from Stockton or the Bay. And then that's how it all triggered. So it's funny when this one girl, she's responding for me and I'm thanking her. I'm like, "Oh, that's dope." And she's just like, "Look, sir, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just stating that this is what is being said. And why are you so upset?"
So where you from again?
I'm from Hawaii.
Okay, word.
From
Yeah.
Hawaii, grew up in Newman,
Idaho.
been in the Bay for over 10 years. I'm actually from Wisconsin.
Okay.
Surprise. No.
Have you ever, real quick, have y'all ever been to Idaho?
No.
No.
What's there?
Potatoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Hoes.
Ow.
Very self-aware.
Hoes.
Like,
Yeah.
Idaho. Idaho. So, real quick, well, not real quick. When Blades came in, she was like adjusting her titties, and
Yes.
and she was making sure they was sitting right in
Yeah.
there and not spilling out. Mm-hmm. And she brought up what did you liken them to? Play-Doh.
Oh yeah, I was like,
Silly
I have real boobs. So they
Not
be
silly putty.
Not silly putty.
not silly putty. I said they're kind of like Play-Doh at times, and you got to mold them into place properly. You know, the girls with the real nays understand. They
More
do-
like putting in a balloon.
not necessarily. No,
little firmer.
little yeah.
Putting
Not
in a balloon.
that I know.
Neither.
Right.
Neither. Just from looking. Putting in a balloon, but you put it in the fridge for like a couple hours.
Not what? Like
I
a slushy
would
balloon?
say like a bag of sand.
Actually, no. That might be a closer comparison.
That's a joke.
That's
from a
40-year-old
movie.
virgin.
Oh, but I'm
But that's
saying
funny.
that's actually
Yeah.
not too far
That
off.
makes that funny.
I've touched a lot of boobs in my day, some real ones, some fake ones, and not all boobs are created equal.
I mean, that's facts. That's
and,
facts.
and so I was molding
Yeah.
them properly into place so they looked nice for y'all on camera.
A high
You're
quality
welcome.
stress ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Okay.
not, like we said, not that we know how they
Yeah,
feel.
Right,
No
right. But where
idea.
are we going with this? You
Where
brought
we-
up
where we're going
Idaho,
with this
my
is-
boobs,
Because
and
that reminded me of, I knew somebody that got fake titties long time ago, right? And now she doesn't like how they look because back then I feel like maybe it was more popular to get the ones that look almost like Baywatch Pamela Anderson titties, right?
Oh, the real,
Obviously fake.
The
Yeah.
obviously fake, and then we kind of started the conversation of, you saying like there are women who either they regret their cosmetic surgeries from the past or like things have changed over time. I feel like a lot of people are redoing their fake titties,
yeah.
especially since fake titty technology has increased so much.
Oh my God.
Even with even not the not new shit, just the better shit, the gummies.
Yeah.
Like, I used to like kind of mess with this girl like who had gummies, but she had like a little bit of weight on her. So the gummy was encapsulated under some titty meat. It was like you could never unless you really squeezed into there, you wouldn't even know it was fake titties in there. You know what I'm saying? So and you were talking about what were you saying?
Okay, so when we were discussing that, I'm like, wow, it's pretty crazy how in relationships, a lot of people change so much about themselves for the other person. And not just necessarily women. I know guys go through things, but not as extreme because I don't think you guys have as much to change, right? And I know some women that have been going through breakups, and instead of, I feel like boobs are automatic, right? Boobs, that's almost... the majority of women now have fake boobs and do whatever it is that you want to do to make yourself happy for yourself. But I've started noticing some of my friends and just people that I know after post breakup, instead of dyeing their hair, it's like it's BBL season outside. Like the first thing they do now, it's now to an extreme. You have lips. I want to change this. I want to add filler into my face. I want to dye my hair. I'm going to add some boobs. I'm going to suck some fat out somewhere and I'm going to put it into my butt. But most of it isn't really for them per se. If it's post breakup, it feels like it's revenge bodies or like in spite of someone else.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy to see how it's changing. And then to go back to your friend, bodies change throughout time. Like what we find attractive is going to change again.
Yeah.
So
That's why I'm a little scared for all the like massive BBL girls. Cause
Right.
like not only is that gonna go out, they are helping it go out. Cause some of that shit's like, all right, this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't think I like this anymore.
Yeah, it's also, it's crazy how. So I used to as a younger man, I'd be like, man, I can't believe people getting fake asses out here. I can't. I would never like to. I just wouldn't enjoy a fake ass. And then I feel also being in LA, we see so many fake titties. Like you grow up kind of around it. It's kind of it's part of our culture out here.
It really is. Yeah.
And so it almost became like, yeah, whatever. She got some fake titties, right? Yeah. But then when the fake asses shit came around, I think there was a lot of people were like, what, fake asses? But now it just feels so common.
Yeah.
And then you go to like a strip club and you're like, oh, this feels soft too. It's like, okay, maybe I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Don't hate ass then.
Yeah, everybody can do whatever they want with their body, but it's still surgery. I think that's the part that's crazy is, you can go ahead and want to adjust things about yourself, but it's wild that the first things people want to fix is physically instead of emotionally, right?
Yeah, right.
Instead of like,
Definitely.
oh, I'm going through this, I need to heal. They're like, I'm going through this. It's hot girl season. I'm going to get my ass done. We outside. Fuck him. I don't need nobody. And as you scroll through social media, you're like, get therapy. and a BBL. It's almost like a 2-for-1 deal now
Pretty much.
post breakup.
Yeah, we should get a BBL sponsor on the show. I mean, like,
Yo.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it.
right?
I would be full of shit
Yeah.
if I sat here and was like, oh my God, I'm always so happy with my body.
Yeah.
I would never get anything done. No, I have had to tell myself, you don't need it. Like, what are you really doing this for? Will you actually be happy? I don't even got a damn tattoo. What the hell am I gonna do walking
100%.
around with something that I know isn't mine?
Yeah.
But that's just me personally. I mean, I did get my teeth done. That was one of the first things I did, though.
Yeah.
And that even came with its own, during that time when I had did it, I remember people were trying to talk shit to me like, oh, she got fake teeth. And it was just really
That's
funny.
crazy.
It's crazy because I saw that as investing in my future.
Yeah.
I saw that as an insecurity that I had for a long time. But I did used to want to get a nose job. And I worked past that. And I'm so glad I did. And I know a lot of people that have done things physically to themselves over the years, they say shit like, damn, I wish I was as comfortable in my skin as I am now because I wouldn't get this done.
Because that made that makes you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? The unique shit about yourself. I mean,
I feel like the reason all of that type of stuff gets a stigma, though, is because every time when it first starts happening or when we're first aware of it, is because it's not good.
Yeah.
Like the teeth, remember everybody was getting them big ass
The chiclets. Yeah,
Yeah.
the chiclets.
So then it's just like, okay, that's synonymous with that. So if you say, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my teeth done, everybody's thinking that. You get your teeth done, even if it don't look like that, people still have that image in
Right.
their mind. Same thing with the fake rock titties.
Yeah.
When it first came out, like they look like that, and it's like, yo, that's ridiculous.
Right.
Now there's a lot that you don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when the culture makes it popular, what did Cardi B say? She said, I got a bag and fix my teeth.
yeah.
And all of a sudden, what did people start doing? They started investing in their teeth.
Yeah.
But it's like there's a look that's happening right now. If you go, depending on what side of social media you're on, it's the standard. You got new hair, new lips, new teeth, new boobs, no waist, big ass, nice bag. But that right there is like that's what 2022 looks like.
Yeah.
It really is, the mold right now that people are in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess it's really it depends on how much you value the social media shit too, right? Because I mean, like,
Yeah.
you have, because I mean, we're kind of in it, right? We see it all the time, and it's to the point where out here, you see somebody without fillers with a naturally pretty face, and you're like, this is rare.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
so rare, right?
Yeah. It's kind of dope for those people.
It's great. It's amazingly dope.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely feel like that. I'm like, oh, natural.
Yeah.
That's natural. Look how flat it is. I love it. Like that's how it feels now.
And that's what's crazy. Let's talk about that real quick too, because I think because people are so obsessed with social media and what they see on TV and shit,
Yeah.
right? I think, and which is why I've felt like it was important for us to talk about it in the past too. People never talk about how the not exaggerated shit is also like hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like little booties are cute, little titties are cute. Like all that shit is someone thinks it's cute. You feel me?
Yes. That
So much.
Yeah, that's the part. And I appreciate, when I'm, since I've been working with you guys, that's a big thing we've always pushed is like, you are what make you attractive, like what's on the inside, right? There's certain things about people that you're just like, damn, I love that feature on her. And when everybody else is too busy comparing themselves to other people and thinking that that's what men want, listen, that's what that particular type of man wants. And if you want that particular type of man, then stop complaining.
Yeah.
When you're doing these things to appease them and saying that you're not being appreciated, because you are. There are enough voices out there saying that natural bodies are great, and adjusting things, of course, over time, that's fine, but wanting to work on yourself more because someone's going to appreciate that. And that's what I try to keep in mind too, even when I become like obsessed with the gym. Because that's a whole crazy culture too.
Yeah.
The gym obsession and the things that you take, the stuff I've had supplements, meal prep, cut carbs, not eating, drinking extra this, and living on a really crazy lifestyle to try to achieve a look.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not surgery, but it's still extreme.
Yeah.
But then having to remember that someone's going to love me regardless. So if
Yeah.
I'm going to do these things, that's because I want to, not to try to catch somebody.
Yeah, I think that's what's most important, right? Look,
Yeah.
like whether you're getting surgery or not, or working out crazy or not, like do it because it makes you happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because you're trying to live up to some standard or get extra likes on Instagram.
Let that go.
Yeah, and there's a big difference between because it makes you happy and because you think it's gonna make you happy. And that's where a lot of people don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like you should, if you know, when I do this, I feel good about myself.
Yeah.
Cool. If you're thinking, maybe I should do this so I can feel good about myself, 9 times out of 10, that shit don't work. I
Yeah.
know a lot of girls who got surgery because of that. Like,
Yeah.
if I just had this, I would be.
Yeah.
And then they got it, and it's great, and nothing changed for them mentally or on the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
And then it gets worse because, like, fuck, I got the thing I said I wanted, and I'm not happy. What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's the real, it just fucking snowballs.
So everybody's hair is unique to them. And a lot of the times when you're going to the store and you're trying to find products that work for you, they're not made specifically for you. For me personally, my hair is curly some days, and today I straightened it. And with straightening my hair, it just needs certain nutrients to stay this way. And with Function of Beauty, what they do is that they customize your products to you and your needs. So I do have products for when I wear my hair curly, and it does the things it's supposed to do for curly hair. And then when I need to straighten it, there are certain products in order to smooth down my frizz, to protect with heat. And every time you order with Function of Beauty, the bottles are customized. And I am a fan of seeing anything with my name on it. So it is the coolest thing seeing Function of Beauty and then saying like Function for Blades on all the bottles. The scents are amazing, and you pick those as well. So you get a whole customized experience with Function of Beauty. So goodbye to generic hair care for good. Today, go to functionofbeauty.com/nochaser to take your hair goals quiz, and you save 25% on your first order. Go to functionofbeauty.com/nochaser to let them know you heard about it from our show and to get 25% off on your first order. That's functionofbeauty.com/nochaser to take the hair quiz and save 25% off on your first order. Now, I know we all have different fitness goals and diet goals, and most of them require a lot of time. You deal with products that don't necessarily taste very good. And a lot of them are trial and error, but I have been taking So Lean, So Clean, their protein powder, and it is delicious. So I wake up really early in the morning, and I recently been needing to up my protein. And most of the companies that I work with, it tastes like chalk. Like protein powder is really hard to find some good ones, but So Lean and So Clean is delicious. I've recently started making these like berry smoothies and coming up with a bunch of different recipes using the So Lean and So Clean. It's delicious. You don't get none of the weird chalky taste in your mouth. And on top of it, it mixes with everything. It just adds a lot of flavor to almost everything I'm drinking. Plus, it is really high in protein. It's about 21 grams of protein per serving. Low carbs, between maybe 1 and 4, and 0 sugar.
Wow.
When you are looking to get protein that tastes good, it's almost impossible to find one that has flavor and all the macros that you need to fit what matches your diet. So Lean and So Clean is a plant-based protein powder made from organic ingredients by the brand Aura. This protein powder is great after a workout, or if you love making protein-packed smoothies and snacks, this is perfect for you. Also, another trick is you can take bananas and mix your protein powder with it to make these little protein pancakes. Yeah, and if you're looking for ways to incorporate more protein into your diet, So Lean and So Clean is one of the best to use because they just taste so good. So if you want to try So Lean and So Clean and get like me, you can go ahead to the website right now and get 30% off your first subscription when you text CHASER to 64000. That's text CHASER to 64000 and get 30% off your first subscription. One more time, that's CHASER, CHASER to 64000. Message and data rates may apply. Terms apply. Available at Aura Organic/terms. And I know we always talk about women because that's just an easy thing to talk about because there's so much like, you can do. But to the guys, and you see that toxic side of men on some parts of the internet, to where they're living in the gym and they think because I can do this and I do that,
Right.
then I'm a man, or the hustler mentality of the I get money, I do all of this shit.
Yeah.
These women need to come to me. Why? And then in reality, it's like y'all are really not happy because you're
Yeah.
doing the same thing that women are doing.
And they're still all lame at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And y'all are not happy, but you're both trying to attract this type of person you actually don't want.
Yeah, exactly.
When you hear guys talk about, oh, I don't fuck with hoes, but all you do is look at hoes all day, and that's the type of women you're around, and then you're like, where are all the good women at? Why would a good woman want to deal with you when that's all you're dealing with?
Exactly.
If people don't stop sending me this height surgery shit, I know I can elongate my calves, all right? I don't want to do
I
it.
don't want to break his knees.
Exactly. I don't want weak-ass calves, first of all. And secondly, this short shit has shaped who I am completely as a person. My personality, my fucking brand, you know what I'm saying? Like, my attitude in life, you know?
And he has lifts for his shoes now, guys. He doesn't need surgery.
Okay, then let me ask you guys this. If you could change one thing about yourself that you feel might enhance your personality, what would it be?
My personality?
Just, yeah.
Or just enhance me?
Is there enhance you? Let me rephrase that. Enhance you.
Okay, so this is a little different for me because I need to not be fat for health reasons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that would help me. You know, but it's not like I need to look like this so I can have that.
Yeah.
I just don't want to die soon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that you would change, like your personality
No.
at all would change if you lost weight?
No, because
No.
I've lost weight before. I was the same.
It was the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus Rick's been...
Just cuter.
Ow.
Yeah, he looks a little
A
cuter.
little cuter.
Not to the chubby chasers.
That's true.
Nah, because I'm always have cheeks. So it
Damn,
still
he got
worked.
them cheeks.
Like,
Yeah, them cheeks.
It was cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah.
But yeah,
no,
I would change. Oh, no.
What? Ooh.
If I could have hair back,
Oh.
I like a motherfucker.
Okay.
Well, I've tried a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you ever test out? You see how they got like the toupee things going on now?
No.
No? You wouldn't do it like a lace front?
It has to be a permanent,
Organic.
my hair growing out.
Rick
of my
likes his hair
type
pulled
situation.
during sex, so he wants that shit to stay.
like that.
Rick, start doing this. Hey, bitch, don't touch my head.
Well, how about that forehead reduction surgery that people be doing?
No.
Have you heard of this, Nikki Blades?
No,
So that's
what's
the
a forehead
thing.
So I
reduction?
thought when some of these celebrities was getting their hair back, I thought it was all plugs, right?
Right.
But apparently what some people do is they are getting like an inch or like a half an inch taken away from their forehead on the hairline and sewed down. Like they bring the shit. You know how you got this like
Yeah.
extra squish on your head?
Yeah, they bring it
just
down?
Cut the shit, bring this down, sew it on the hairline so it's like
Yeah.
right here so it looks like your hairline is back.
And
It's like
that's
a tummy tuck.
Yes.
Oh,
Forehead
okay.
tuck.
That's
But
so
that
wild.
Only works for people who just have big foreheads. That's not a receding hairline going bald thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of people, if their hairline's receding, it's not going back even.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? So pulling it down, it's just going to be a smaller forehead and you're still
it's receding.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
There's a couple more things I wanted to ask about that. But Tim, what's something that you would change?
Well, man, you know what? I would just like to be able to eat some dairy without breaking out. That would be great.
Oh shit, skin.
Yeah, my skin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, right? Like, I always used to joke that God gave me a bad like acne to keep me humble, or else I just would have been feeling myself just too much.
Right.
I already borderline feel myself too much as a short acne man. You feel me? So I feel like the fact that I got the acne scars and I still got the occasional pimples, it keeps me humble, right? But I mean now that I'm getting a little older and I'm still trying to audition, well, actually, maybe it's great because I can still look kind of young because I got these pimples. You feel me? but sometimes I'm like, God, can I just get some clear skin? That would be
Yeah.
great. Because at this point, I'm getting gray hairs and I'm getting pimples still. It's like, this is confusing.
Pretty annoying.
So that probably, and also, man, you know, I got these like weird ass little chicken skin on the back of my arms. I've had it since I was little.
Do you exfoliate? Use the scrub?
Nah.
I got some stuff for you.
Okay.
Because that's actually something that a lot a lot of people deal with.
Yeah, I know.
But there's a scrub for that, and I got you.
Okay. I think Veda got it from me too. 'Cause she,
A little bit, yeah, it's hereditary.
Yeah.
A lot of times women discuss what we want to change about ourselves almost daily, right? There's a new workout routine, new skincare routine, and it's really familiar. That's kind of been pushed on us to look a certain way.
New doctor.
New doctor. No, for real. It'd be like, doctor, who did your shit? And who? I'm asking so I don't go there.
Yeah.
But with men, I know that conversation doesn't happen that much. And when it comes to the hair, that's something that I feel like guys have just had to live with. Like, all of a sudden, you went from having a full lush head of hair and now you don't have any. But you're just told, like, society makes it so normal for it to just happen that we don't even know how y'all feel.
Oh, no.
You know, like, how
Look,
I don't have a clue how that would feel.
forever, like before we were born, there's been people capitalizing on that the same way that they do with women. Oh, waist trainer,
Right,
and
right.
sauna suits and all of that shit.
Yeah.
There's always some magic potion. Use these oils. Chew this gum. Like all type of shit.
So go to Keeps and use code no chase. No, I don't know if
That's different. Like that shit that's actually tested, that works. It just has like. Probably shouldn't say that.
I mean,
Never mind.
there was an episode of I Love Lucy
Yeah,
where
exactly.
Ricky was losing his hair and she had to
Yeah.
put all some crazy potions and
Yeah.
lotions.
Men look like they're like, hey, when I start losing, I'm just gonna shave it off, let it go.
Right.
Nah, it's a lot of trying before you get to that point. A lot of trying.
And-
But it's just like, don't nobody give a fuck about how we feel, so we don't say anything out loud. You just deal with it.
But I feel like that's starting to change a little bit.
Yeah.
And when I think about how women get so offended, I mean, I get offended when people try to tell me something I need to change about myself, right? I'm
course,
like,
yeah.
mind your fucking business.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Look,
women be
bro,
the first one to tell.
Fix your ankles. I don't care.
Right. but you'll see other people clowning on other dudes, or women clowning on dudes about them losing their hair, when you're like, I have no say in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
Well, for dudes, like, I mean, look, it's height and hair loss is
Yeah.
two things
you can't change.
that we can't
Dick
change.
size.
And dick size.
Yeah.
Right.
And those are the things.
There's a surgery for that now.
Yeah, I
I'm
saw
not getting it, goddammit.
I saw
I
that.
preach the little dick with the strong stroke. There was a comedian, I talked about this on my shit with David too, where I saw a reel where this dude was like, "Now look, man, I'm not trying to shame anybody for as a woman that gains weight or whatever." But he's like, but when women talk to us about our height and being short, it's fucked up because, like, you never hear about a guy losing his height.
Yeah.
You never hear, like, man, this guy could have been in the NBA, but he just let his height go. He's like, I mean, come on, it's just really not fair.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there are things that we can't change as women, but a lot of the shit we can change.
Yeah.
And it's become very normal for that, to change those things that you don't like. I do say something that to go with, like, things that shouldn't be like addressed, like mind your business. Post baby bodies. That's one of those things that we're like, we all need to just leave that shit alone. Whether
Yeah.
you snap back, you don't snap
You
back,
gotta be
whatever.
a whole asshole to comment on someone's post baby body.
That's one of those things, like, you leave alone, and then it goes into, like, just some things. If something isn't quite right, like they had nothing to do with it, you're like, just don't touch
How
that.
about you, Blades? What would you change about yourself that you feel, man, I'm trying to get paid, Rick.
I would like that.
And no one likes waiting on a paycheck, especially when you got bills due. You hear that, Colin?
For real.
Good thing there's Chime, all right? Now you can get your paycheck up to 2 days early with direct deposit. Wow. That's up to 2 more days to save, pay bills, and generally just feel good about your money situation, okay? But Chime is more than just about getting paid early, dog. It's also an award-winning mobile app, checking account, debit card, and optional savings account.
Damn.
Wow. No, that's great. So what are you waiting for, guys? Hopefully not your paycheck. Get started with Chime today. Applying for a free account takes less than 2 minutes. Get started at chime.com/nochaser. That's chime.com/nochaser. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer. Rick, you know what I love?
What you love, dog?
Food.
Me too.
You know what I hate?
What you hate, dog?
Preparing, making, going out to get food.
Me too.
It's the worst. Who got time for that?
Not me.
Not me. That's why I love me some DoorDash, all right? Ordering all your summer essentials with Dash Pass by DoorDash is a great way to get everything you need. And during the summer of Dash Pass, you can save money and access members-only offers that will help you feel easy and breezy all season long, okay? Say hello to summer savings during the summer of Dash Pass from DoorDash, okay? We're talking about $0 delivery fees, exclusive items, and more than 25,000 members only offers nationwide. Dash Pass by DoorDash has everything you need to make your summer memorable. With your Dash Pass by DoorDash membership, you can save an average of $4 to $5 on every order you place for delivery or pickup. That means on average, Dash Pass pays for itself when you order just twice a month. Wow. Well, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And with the members only offers and items dropping every week, you'll have everything you need to make the most out of summer right at your fingertips, okay? So, check this out, y'all. Shine bright during DoorDash's Summer of Dash Pass and get 50% off your first order up to $15 value. Use promo code NOCHASER at checkout when you spend $12 or more, okay? That's 50% off your first order up to $15 value when you sign up for DoorDash during Summer of Dash Pass using promo code NOCHASER. Don't forget, that's code NOCHASER for 50% off your first order up to $15 in value. Dash Pass benefits only on eligible orders that meet the minimum subtotal. Terms apply.
I mean, I'm trying to change shit daily.
But if you could just right now,
one
after
physical
this, you go get it done.
I want my arms smaller.
Interesting.
Like shorter?
No, like first off, my long ass arms have come in handy.
I wasn't talking shit about yours.
I have
I'm just
found
trying
out
to
how to capitalize. No, I don't like how big my arms are. I've always been
You mean like the girth of them?
like I'm muscular.
Flex real quick. I didn't think she was actually gonna do it.
No, I don't mind.
Can I?
Big.
No, but there's just certain things. I mean, I've lost weight actually since the last time we were here. But for me, I would always get called out for how like much
Really?
muscle I had. I mean, I played sports,
Yeah.
so I utilized it. And when I was able to see my body for what it can do, not just what it looks like, you adjust it, right?
Yeah.
So if you're training for something, your body looks a certain way. It has a purpose. I use my body for function, not just aesthetic. But if I just picked up golf. So I just picked up golf, and
I've seen on Instagram.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with golf. But it came at the best time because I started looking at myself in the mirror, wanting to change shit. And my arms was one of the things I started to feel some type of way about. I've always had muscle, and when you don't work out the muscle, shit just, it's just kind of there. And I have nice arms. Granted, there are women that work out to try to have this body, but when I'm wanting to look softer or more feminine, it's like I want to be in a dress and not look like, oh, what sport did you play? You know,
Real quick, can I tell you? Out of all the years we've been doing, like 3 years we've been doing this shit, never once, and I've known you for longer than that,
Yeah.
never once have I looked at your arms and be like, she got big arms.
I know. And that's
I looked at him and I said, "Ew," but never.
yeah, but that's one thing that it's not about anybody else.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's my, we learn how to pose around it. There's times I love being strong. I think it's so dope that I'm actually physically able to do some shit that a lot of people can't do. And I know in the long run, having muscle is going to be good for me when I get older.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. But if I could change something without it adjusting anything else in my life, my personality wouldn't change. I would just want them a little smaller. So I work out and do things, but yeah, that would be it. Sometimes I just want to look a little bit, more feminine.
You know what's funny is, speaking of women's bodies and things they can't change, Chia swears she got the biggest ankles ever. She swears she has cankles.
Really?
She swears. I mean, like, she'll be looking at women walking. She'll be like, wow, her ankles.
Ankles?
And she'll be,
That's funny.
and just the other day, she was like, you see how her ankles are? Like, mine aren't like that. Like, you see that little bit right here? She was like, it should be like, she goes, the ankles should be like more snatched. And then, so
I know what she's talking about, though.
and
I know.
Here's how she learned she had big ankles.
Oh, no.
She said when she was younger, her older sister had this cute anklet. And then she was like, that's so cute. Let me try it on.
Oh, no.
And it did not fit. and her sister was like, what'd you do to it? What was the class broke? She's like, no, it doesn't fit. And that's when she was like, whoa.
Let me tell you, your insecurities come from your family. Off top, your insecurities. Everyone wants to blame society. No, normally that shit starts in the home. It starts starts there.
Yeah.
I'm having flashbacks.
That's okay. I wanted to ask you that earlier when we were talking about just like the way things look now.
Yeah.
Everybody has this shit, right?
Yeah.
As a young lady, did you look to the women in your life, family or close friends, neighbors or some shit, and were there people that you were like, damn, I hope I have that when I'm older. I hope I have this when I'm older.
1000%.
So does that hurt the daughters of these women? Because let's say it's a woman who never had those body parts and got some money and was like, I'm going to have this shit now. And now it's like, damn.
Yeah.
And then she has a kid and she passed down her actual genes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when that little girl starts to grow and she's not growing,
She's like, where my
Yeah.
then
ass?
she's
My mom
like,
got
wait a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a possibility?
1000%. I got really lucky with my grandma and my mom being very body positive for me. Like they loved how I looked, and they tried to do the same thing with my sister. Now my sister and I have very different bodies.
Okay.
And I look like my grandma, and my grandma was, gorgeous, nice body. She took care of herself. All the things that I, aspired to look like was essentially like that. And she also had a big ass. My grandma had boobs and ass. She had a crazy body. And I always remembered wanting to look like my grandma.
Okay.
But I did know they would say, like, eventually when you get older, you'll probably look like that. So they kind of drilled it in my head that your body's going to change over time and to not trip too much. But I know with my sister, it was kind of like, how come I don't have the same things that you have? And the comparison.
Yeah.
Oh, she was looking at you like that.
Kind of like all the women in our family. So I had 5 other
Okay.
girl cousins too. So there's a lot of different body types and people are comparing. And you try to latch on to who you're closest to, like, body type wise. And then you click together. So you embrace each other.
Yeah.
Because when you have an opposite, you're going to always compare. But I do feel that these women and men, who are deciding to have children, when their babies are born and they look nothing like their parents, I don't know what that generation's going to do. I didn't quite come from the time where a lot of that was being done. Super skinny era, though. Like, they were really, really skinny.
Right.
My grandma and my mom were, like, super tiny. And I was big in comparison to them. But I'm not sure what to say how these kids will feel when that happens, because these kids are evolving. They don't care about the same shit that we cared about growing
That's
up.
true.
And they have way more people to be influenced by. Also, they can choose their own little subcultures. We didn't have that. You had family and then whatever your parents allowed you to see.
Yeah, there was no TikTok.
There was no
Right.
TikTok. There was no
There's no internet.
You had no idea what a fake butt looked like. If you grew up in a household where everybody had no boobs, you never saw boobs as weird.
Yeah.
In a town where everybody looked a certain way. You don't know these things until you get outside. And that's why people said they wilded out in college or they found themselves in college, because that was the only time they were ever exposed to it.
Yeah, we just had TV pretty much.
Yeah.
That was our only exposure to anything outside of the immediate circle. You know what I'm saying?
So you had to just like things that you liked.
Yeah.
You had to learn what you liked on your own. That was so cool.
For some reason, okay, so we talking about, like, it's reminding me of I Love Lucy again because, we grew up in a time where, Baywatch was popping. So I feel like it was skinny, big titties was the move, right? But then I remember watching I Love Lucy, and it was an episode where they were auditioning dancers for some show. And I remember thinking, like, man, this woman's body, it was tick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember being like, what? I enjoy the way this bosomy, buxomy white woman looks.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, this is definitely different than this Baywatch body I'm seeing on TV, which is a trip, because that's like from the fucking, I don't know, how old is that Lucy? Like 40s?
I think
30s? Yeah. So like, it's crazy to think that one, so much can change over time.
Right.
And also it's like, so much you see can determine what influences what you like, you know?
I know I'm heavily influenced by the 90s supermodel. That is my aesthetic. I loved how it looked. I loved the lifestyle behind it. It was a little athletic. It was something that I knew that I could achieve, and something that I was like, I think I found my people,
Yeah.
you know, taller, fitter, not too skinny, still had natural bodies, boobs. You want to do a little less makeup. So
Depends on when 90s, though, because there was like a
Right.
super skinny 90s model, too.
Tyra Banks. No.
Tyra Banks,
yes,
like, you know,
okay, yes.
Tyra Banks and, you know, a lot of those models, that's who I still to this day, I'm like, that makes sense for me.
Yeah.
And whenever I catch myself getting off track, say I'm feeling a little influenced by the trend, I always go back to knowing what I enjoy looking like. And it doesn't matter if nobody else looks like me.
Yeah.
I love that. That's my reference.
Did you ever submit for America's Next Top Model?
I did, actually. I
Ooh.
submitted, and I did pretty well, but I did not make it on the show. But that, who knows what that would have done? I mean, I did Maxim. So I did Maxim.
You did Maxim, yes.
I did
yes,
Maxim.
Yes.
Did America's, the Hometown Hotties.
Okay.
Which... that helped me a lot because it was mainly your personality. So yes, you looked a certain way, of course, did the thing, but my personality was what helped me get further, and I made top 10. So
Tight.
that was really cool. And my intro video, I slid across the counter in some superhero underwear and a little bra thing and fell off, and they liked it. And I was eating cereal in my submission video, and that was before it was cute to be yourself.
I'll be watching submission videos on porn. No, I'm just playing.
You're like, wow, look at that black couch. What is she submitting for?
I was gonna say, bro, you just reminded me. I don't think I've ever talked about this, but like, you know, modeling is fucking hard.
Modeling is hard.
It's like my least favorite. Not that I model, but fucking when I gotta do photo shoots for goodie shit,
Yeah.
I hate it so much. Like, and people are always like, but you're on camera all the time. Like, nah, me moving around and fucking you watching a video of me is different than like me having to fucking pose.
Yes,
It's the most awkward shit. I hate it.
And that is why it is a career.
Yeah.
I was bitter as fuck. And I have grown since then. But I was bitter as fuck when people were now just being able to model. I was a hater on the inside because I remember how hard I worked and the practicing and hours and the working out and the eating and the classes and the walking and doing the photo shoots and investing the money to now seeing that almost anybody can do it. I eventually was like, okay, yeah, no, it's amazing that everybody can get these opportunities, but it is a career. And you see how it's evolved to where when people say they model, they're really out here like they're practicing. They realize that it's not as easy as it looks. It's some people have to work on it. Some people are just naturally good at it.
Yeah.
But it's a career for a reason because it does take a level of skill to understand what it is you're trying to portray. When you watch a video of somebody shooting for Vogue, these women or men have trained their whole lives to be able to capture a movement or like this thing. It's insane. Versus like, hi, I just set up my camera and I took a picture and I posted it on Instagram and now I'm a model. It's like, that's cool. We've used the term model very loosely now, but there is still a level of respect.
Right. Even when I had our goodie photographer telling me what to do, that shit was just, I was like, dog, tell me whatever I'm like, he had me do, I was like, this ain't, this is not, can we just get me doing some goofy shit? Because this is not, I know this doesn't look good.
You got to tap into a level of conceitedness almost that most people don't have. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to really go there and feel like, yeah, I look good like this, because you can't see yourself when it's happening.
That's kind of true because I did a photo shoot with this guy recently and he was trying to go for a real GQ vibe. And so I'm trying to not be goofy, which is so difficult when I'm taking pictures, right? And he sent me a couple. And so he didn't post it until I approved it, right? But there was one that he sent me. He's like, you don't like this one? I'm like, look, bro, I hate when I look like I'm trying to look sexy.
Yeah.
Get rid of this one. Because I'm giving bedroom eyes and this shit. I'm like, ew.
But delete. But you have to, like, okay, so you were there for our last shoot. You were in it. And you see Jordan, the model we use. Shout out to Jordan. You see how she is when the camera's not doing anything.
Goofy.
As hell. But when she gets in front of that camera, it's like, who are you? You know what I'm saying?
Natural
like,
with it.
Yeah. They have, you got to be able to tap into that. And that's fucking difficult.
And you could even feel the photographer's frustration with me.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was so natural with it. And when he got to me, he was like, all right, maybe try. You want to try?
It's a switch, but you practice. You know, for anybody to look natural at what they're doing, that's difficult. They've practiced it.
Yeah.
And you stare at yourself in the mirror. You got to understand that a selfie looks completely different than what this is doing.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, almost every time we're shooting, y'all see me outside. And then when I come in here, there's a certain like, okay, I know that when I sit at a certain angle, this is what's going to look like. Or, oh, we're going to take photos. I had to learn how to try to not look so serious in the face all the time because I practice being able to hit an angle or to do something and convey that look of, oh, I'm giving model face. I couldn't tell you how to, I didn't know how to smile for a long time. Like if somebody said, smile for the photo, like my face stops working because I never practice it. I didn't feel comfortable in it. So that level of conceited you were talking about, there's a confidence. If you're like, Nikki, be sexy, I'm all,
Right.
I'm giving you long. I'll be like, where's my camera? What are we doing? What are we going for? Because I practice that.
Yeah.
But if you're like, smile and look nice, I'm going to be like,
Yeah, I mean, look, man, photographers tell me
I throw peace signs.
I gotta give a serious. When what I've learned about myself through awkward photo shoots and seeing the pictures is that if someone tells me to like be serious, that my serious face isn't like a calm face. It's like I'm a grumpy old man.
Yeah, angry and shit.
Yeah. So and I gotta learn. I'm like, how do I fucking relax my face?
You relax your face without relaxing your face because your face is never relaxed.
So it's an on purpose relax.
Yeah, so you, like say for men that want to have a sharper jawline, you clench your jaw.
Right.
So you clench your jaw and you move your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And then if you want to give like a softer, not sucking your cheeks. And then if you want to give like a softer face, that's why you know when people say like say cheese, it's because your face naturally does something when you say certain words.
Yeah.
So you're like blowing out O's. It's really like going in your head a bunch of these weird techniques and tricks just to do one thing.
I heard that the Olsen twins, when they're taking pictures, they say prunes. So it's a prunes. It's a pouted lip. Prunes.
And the face, the cheekbones pop a little bit.
The trick I use, I don't get in front of the camera, but when I'm on a shoot and the photographer is having a problem with the model, I just like, turn your shutter speed up and just fucking shoot.
Yeah.
And then let them move around.
Yeah.
That always comes out better when somebody doesn't know how to pose.
Yeah.
You might even get the pose right, but then having to stand there and wait, it's like, it just feels like a million seconds. And you're like, I look so fucking stupid. Take the goddamn picture. Come on, man. And by the time they take it, you drop the pose and shit.
Yeah.
There was a good 2 years of my life where every time I took a picture with a fan, I was doing this. Because I knew if I was doing that, I knew exactly how my face looked.
Yeah.
But if they were like, let's smile for the picture, I know the smile's either going to be all right with the right lighting or it's going to look fucking dumb.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm going to always hit this like goofy ass face because I know that's going to look goofy.
Yeah. My go-to smile face is my eyes are kind of low and then I just smirk. I can't keep my eyes open. I never learned how to smile with my eyes open. And whenever I try, I feel like I got a lazy eye and one bitch don't be paying attention to the other girl and they over here on other sides of the spectrum. I don't know what's happening.
That's why I do this.
Yes.
Because if I just try to smile regular,
Yeah.
this eye is huge.
Another
This
one's
eye is-
squinty.
I'm like,
Oh
yeah,
my
what the
God.
fuck is going on?
I thought you was just an Asian appropriation, Asian face appropriator.
I thumbs up, not peace sign. Fucking.
Yeah, man. Awkward times, you
But
know?
everybody's always working on something, and that's okay. It's good to know yourself, find what works best for you. There's something that you have that no one else has, and when you find that, fucking capitalize on it. But you gotta go with what makes you feel good, and the shit that you don't necessarily like about yourself probably be the one thing that the person you're with loves about you, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
There's someone out there for everyone.
Yes.
And you got to stop just looking at Instagram to see what's beautiful because, I mean, this is cliche, but beauty truly is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's shit that, like, even between me and Rick, we'll be like, yo, we find this very attractive. And then some people will hear that and they'll be like, y'all weird. And we're like, because you'd be surprised at how many people share our opinions on this.
Yeah.
And also, let's say I'm in the mood to see some of that, but I look up a porn of like, oh, girl with, I don't know, a lisp. And then you find
I love
a
a lisp.
and then with 1 million views.
I love a lisp.
Because it's a lot of dudes that want to jerk off to somebody that has a lisp.
She's not naked. She's just saying exclamation.
Just read it to you. It's ASMR.
She's like, we're here in Mississippi. I don't know why they brought me here. I'm having Salisbury steak in Mississippi.
Oh my God! And Tim's still like that.
Bro.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And I
fuck you up. Yeah, I love Alyssa.
Oh,
So that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, y'all, look. Everybody got a different kink. Everybody got different
Yes.
tastes. Everybody just fucking different.
Everyone's different, and that's okay.
Yeah, let people be them. But since I know you guys aren't going to listen to that,
Okay, yeah.
and you're still going to be on Instagram, and you're still going to want things that you don't have, I got an idea. Earlier, you said we should get a BBL sponsor, right?
Yes.
This is what we're going to do. A contest. Win Rick's fat.
When Rick's
We are going to set up 2 tables in here. Suck it out of me. Put it into you. I'll figure out the rules later. We're giving a few people BBLs. I think I got enough.
Okay.
and if my ass looks bigger all of a sudden, mind your damn business.
So who's that girl with the big fake mustache? Fucking Nikki in the disguise. I was.
All of a sudden, I'm like, so on today's episode of the pod.
Fucking see all your knees.
I thought for some reason you were saying that your fat being in her body would give her a mustache. I was like, that's weird. That's a weird side effect.
They'd be like,
I
why
got
is
some hairy
Nikki?
ass fat dog.
All of a sudden, it's like, why is Nikki standing in the corner? I can't sit down. I can't sit down for 3
Yo,
to 6
do BBL
weeks.
surgeries hurt? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like, of course it hurts. Like, all surgery hurts, but like, how long
Yes.
does it take to heal? Do
That-
you have any homegirls?
I do. It takes a few weeks of not sitting, and then even after that, you're bruised up. Like,
Yeah.
this shit is crazy, and it depends on what type you get. There's levels. You can just do injections. You can do transfers. You could do a skinny BBL.
What's that?
Skinny BBL looks way more natural. So if you see a girl, her body looks natural, but she got a little extra cake on her, and you're like, that's interesting, or you think she just
The ones
blessed.
that be in the gym pretending like they didn't.
Yes.
Just, yeah.
Yes.
Well-
Actually, yeah, the ones with the quads, but then still have some hip dips. Skinny BBL. And then you have the full blown. They do ab etching. They suck the fat out your arms. They do all that. But yes, the healing time is intense. It's insane. I know some girls that have done it that are in love with it because they've always wanted that. It wasn't something just, they decided to do. But then I know some people that are literally getting it taken out. So if you're going to do anything, teeth, hair, skin, body, do your research. Seriously, there's so many people out here just chasing that damn high of looking a type of way, dying. You can die.
Yeah.
You can die because you want some
Apparently
boobs.
that's that has the highest death rate. to be
Yeah.
BBLs? Bad BBLs?
Well, because
A BBL?
No, like during surgery.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
But do your research. If this is something you want to do, take the time. It's going to be a permanent thing. Look into it. Get results. Pay the money. Don't just go out here in some friend's basement, get some ass shots, and now you over here with cement in your butt cheeks.
I seen this girl on Instagram. She posted a reel where I guess she had just like, I don't know, she had like some more jowl meat in here than she would like. And they did a little surgery in her cheek.
Yeah.
Cut in there, took that little fat part out. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's crazy. I didn't know how much fat was actually, because it was like a little mini
Yeah.
cutlet. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But then now her shit is, like she wants it to be. But that shit look crazy.
Yeah.
They got a lot of shit, man.
There's a lot you can do, but find somebody you trust that is going to be taking care of you, flying to another country to get some stuff done. Let me tell you, when you got to go and get shit fixed, you got to go right back no matter what it is.
Damn.
Then spend the money if you're going to do it.
So okay, when people get like fillers and shit, how often they gotta retouch those?
It depends. So your body metabolizes. I work with, it's called Art of Beauty out in Danville. They help me with my skin. I've done like some crazy shit to get my skin looking the way it is. But they also inform you on all the stuff that's going on. It depends on the body. So we metabolize anything put inside of us differently.
Yeah.
Say if I was to get filler done because I have a high metabolism, it's not going to last as long. And depending on the look you want, it could be between a few months to like a year
Interesting.
to needing to touch it up. And a lot of women go a little crazy, a little overboard on the lips.
Yeah.
Thinking that they don't look big enough because the swelling looks one way, and then when
Oh,
it
and it
comes
goes
down,
down.
and then they add, and it almost starts building up.
Yeah.
So depending on your doctor, what you're actually putting inside your body, it depends. But it is expensive
Is it?
to do this shit. Yes, it's per unit.
Right.
Yeah, that shit is pricey.
And
Interesting.
that lip filler is dangerous. Not like
Yes.
it'll kill you.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you're allergic to the shit or something like that. But like you said, they go overboard. Like when you see these girls with these giant lips, to them it doesn't look like that. What happens is they get it, it settles, and they're like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But it dissolves. And when it gets a little bit smaller than what they've been used to for the last 2 months,
Oh, my lips are gone.
yeah, they feel like it's tiny because they got so used to that size.
Yeah.
But it's actually still bigger than what it was before they got it.
Right.
So then they go back and get more. And
It
it's just piling up. And for them, it just looks normal.
Right.
Like it's a crazy fucking effect that shit has.
Body dysmorphia is a real thing. Also, these filters, the lip shit came from the filters 1000%, because there are days I know I have nice lips. I put on a filter and I'm like, ooh, she looks good. And then I take the filter off and I look at my face. I'm like, I've had times where I'm like, bitch, are you ugly? No, it's just a filter. It's just a filter. And I didn't contour. Just don't believe it. But you have to learn how to stop using those damn filters. They will have you out here wanting to be 17 shades darker than what you are.
And if y'all want to use a super subtle one, it's one that's called Subtle on Instagram. That's one I use. Just smooths your little scars out a little bit.
I just swipe
Pop
right
it.
and go to Paris.
Oh, on Paris. Yes,
That's
Paris is
it.
tight too.
Paris is just your face.
Yeah.
Nothing changes. It just smooths it out. Paris, because you
right.
look like that in real life.
I stopped using Subtle to use Paris.
Stop.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
And it's okay. You beautiful. Don't let these filters fool you
I
out.
have no idea what y'all talking about.
Oh, you'll see.
Oh,
Because
you'll
I always
see.
I Paris.
Swipe
on-
Paris all the time. When in doubt, because my skin used to be the number one thing I wanted to change, because you know how it's a little blotchy at times. But it's just something that I have to take medicine for, that I choose not to because it makes me feel sick. But that's where the giraffe nickname came from, was because of my skin.
Because you have spots?
I had really
Awesome,
I had really bad patchy skin to where it was so tight. I was kind of like allergic to my own sweat for a while. And when there's certain things I have to do, like right when I'm done working out, I have to wash my body and all that. But when I'm in the sun for too long, I get splotchy and I look like a giraffe. So
I know a thing for that.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a specific dandruff shampoo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then your tongue gets all black and long.
black and long, and then that's this neck came from. But there's times where I'm like, there's nothing I could do about it. I definitely learned how to embrace that, because I'm like, fuck it, I'd rather feel good than this. If you're too worried about my skin being a little blotchy, like you missing out on everything else. But when I'm in a little bit of a mood and I don't want it to look as much, I swipe right, smooth it out, and honestly, it makes my day feel better.
So when you're posting your stories, dog,
Swipe right.
there's different just filters that have right off the jump. Some of them brighten it up, adds a nice little... I like Paris because it brightens shit up, first and foremost. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I ever put my face in a story again, I'll look into that.
Well, hey guys, thanks for watching another episode of the No Chaser podcast. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow us all on Instagram if you don't.
Yeah.
Tim Chantarangsu, Ricky
Paris
Shucks,
Shucks.
Nikki Blades.
and make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, share it, like it 5 stars on wherever you listen to your podcast.
We love seeing your favorite clips from the podcast too. Whenever you guys take those videos, tag us on Instagram. We always repost.
Yeah, because I be sick of, man. Look, after a day of listening to us talk, here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. We shoot all day, right?
Yeah.
And then every week before these go up, I gotta listen to us again.
That's why he hates us.
Because I'll be like, God, because I gotta listen to make sure we don't say anything too fucked up. And then I'll be like, and I listen, I'm like, and I sit, I'm like, ah. And then after I do the pass of, did we say anything fucked up?
Right.
I gotta listen again to see if there's anything funny enough to clip. So lately I've been sick of doing that shit. I ain't got time for that. So if y'all find a great clip,
Yes.
at the very least, post a little thing on Instagram so I know, oh, that happened? Cool.
And we'll repost you. We love to see it. Love the support.
Yes.
Shout out to you guys. Always, holding it down.
Don't trip, son. I got something for you later.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
For sure.
Love yourself. You're beautiful.
Bye.
Bye.
Come get this BBL.
Hey,